Indian origin steel tycoon Laxmi Mittal, who spent 8 years at the top of the Sunday Times rich list, is the chairman and chief executive officer of ArcelorMittal, the biggest steel producing company of the world. His net worth is $14.9 billion as on January 2017. Laxmi Mittal was born on June 15, 1950 at Rajasthan in India. His grandfather worked for one of the leading industrial firms, whereas his father was a businessman. The family relocated to Kolkata after his father joined the domestic steel company as a partner. 1. Starting in Indonesia in 1975, he built a new mill on land his father held in Indonesia, which he then operated. Within a year, Mittal established ISPAT International, a unit of his father's company in Indonesia, and was focusing on running its operations. 2. I realized that life is too short to build a steel company from scratch, Mittal told Fortune in 2006. According to Financial Times, this faith created the only true global steel company. In addition, it also fortified his reputation as a doctor of 6 steel mills. Visionary Mittal saw immense opportunity in the fragmented international steel industry that was crying out for consolidation. It was largely because lots of companies were owned by the governments and research and development was inexistent. The sector was characterized by acute overcapacity, high indebtedness, and steel prices that had hit rock bottom. 3. He spent the late 1970s and early 1980s running the Indonesian mill for his family's company. But starting in 1989, with a plant in Trinidad and Tobago, Mittal began purchasing and overhauling struggling steel mills in areas such as Mexico, Romania, and Ukraine. In 1994, the Mittal split up the family business. ISPAT International went public in 1997, and in 2004, Laxmi integrated his privately held steel company, LNM Holdings, into ISPAT for $13 billion, and Mittal Steel took shape. 4. In order to become a major player in the global steel market, Mittal turned to Kazakhstan. Mittal bought the country's Karmat Steel Works in Temirtau for just $400 million. The single acquisition turned out to be the wisest decision by Mittal, since Kazakhstan shares a border with China, a country where the steel demand was about to rise. Later, Laxmi Mittal became a global steel producer with operations in 14 countries. 5. Laxmi Mittal created Mittal Steel in 2004 through a takeover of his private company, LNM, by his public one, ISPAT. Mittal Steel became the largest steelmaker in the world, with shipments of 42.1 million tons of steel and profits of over $22 billion in 2004. 6. Mittal's biggest and boldest move came in 2006 when he tried to buy Arcelor, a company created through a merger of firms from Spain, France, Luxembourg, and Belgium. Luxembourg-based Arcelor was at the second spot in the industry, and its CEO, Guy Dahl, rejected Mittal's initial offer of $24 billion. But due to shareholder uproar, the Frenchman eventually sold his company to Mittal for $33.5 billion. At that time, Arcelor chairman, Guy Dahl, was forced to swallow his words after dismissing Mittal Steel as a company of Indians paying with monkey money. As of today, ArcelorMittal is the world's #1 steel and mining company, with over 260,000 employees in more than 60 countries. 7. Laxmi Mittal calls himself as a global citizen. Despite his immense wealth, he doesn't seek the limelight. You won't see him at the Wimbledon, although he does attend football matches after buying 20% of London club QPR. 8. Laxmi Mittal is an active philanthropist who donates large sums to sporting, educational, and healthcare charities, including a £15 million gift to London's Great Ormond Street Hospital. 9. In 2002, Laxmi Mittal and Usha Mittal Foundation also established a university named the LNM Institute of Information Technology, LNMIIT, in Jaipur as an autonomous non-profit organization. Mittal has also set up Mittal Champions Trust, with $9 million to support 10 Indian athletes with world-beating potential. In 2008, Mittal awarded Abhinav Bindra with Rs. 1.5 crore for getting India its first individual Olympic gold medal in shooting. 10. Mittal has denied media reports of trying to secure deposits of coking coal and iron ore, vital for the production of steel. Mittal says his group already has quite a large supply of coal and iron ore, and his group owns coal mines in Russia. The group has rather sold its interests in an Australian coal mining company, MacArthur Coal. It also owns a bungalow at Aurangzeb Road in New Delhi, India, the most exclusive street in the city.